afternoon. You're watching India Today. I'm Devina Gupta. The story we're tracking is a huge relief for Karnataka BJP President B.S. Yeddyurappa. CBI court has acquitted him of all the charges. Let's take a listen in to what BSY had to say immediately after the court order.
ಈ ದೇಶದ ಸುವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಕಾನೂನು ಬಾಹಿರವಾದಂತ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಪಿತೂರಿಯಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ನಡೀತು. ಈಗ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ರಿಲೀಫ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಈ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರಿಗೆ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ, ಸಮಾಧಾನ, ತೃಪ್ತಿ ತಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಆದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾನು ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಿಂದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಒಂದು ವಾತಾವರಣ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನಾನು ಜುಡಿಷಿಯರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ದೇವರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಇಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತವನು. ನನಗೆ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ತಪ್ಪನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Today's order by the Honorable CBI Court comes to be as a relief. I am happy that the false allegations and politically motivated charges made against me have been dismissed. I always have faith in judiciary and I have not done any mistake. So today I got the relief and I hope the order will be bringing new inspiration to lakhs of our workers to work hard to come back to power in future. Thank you.
B.S. Yeddyurappa claiming that he is vindicated. Earlier, he cried political conspiracy in the 40 crore bribery case, following which he stepped down as a Karnataka Chief Minister in 2011. We have Brajesh Kalappa of the Congress who is joining us as well. Mr. Kalappa, this is what the court observed, that prosecution can't establish guilt of accused. Now, even as CBI is set to appeal in a higher court, do you believe that a watertight case is needed at this point of time? Do you also believe this is once again the centre interference with the CBI that could have led to a clean sheet of B.S. Yeddyurappa?
Mr. Yeddyurappa is the beneficiary of the CBI and this is not the first beneficiary of the CBI. It began with Mr. Amit Shah, who is the national president of the BJP. Now Mr. Yeddyurappa is the national vice president of the BJP. So this is this trickle-down policy which is happening in the CBI. And besides, I think 9 other persons have been given a clean sheet. So in this trickle-down, several BJP leaders will be given a clean sheet. And the matter of real concern is, of course, that Mr. Yeddyurappa has been given a clean sheet and that things will go on. But interestingly, 3 days earlier, Mr. Yeddyurappa's lawyer was found with a huge tranche of money in Vidhan Sauda, while in transit. And 3 days later, it is found that Mr. Yeddyurappa has been given a clean sheet. So, really, these clean sheets are only for Mr. Yeddyurappa and his family members to rejoice about. The public of Karnataka know about the deep, dark deeds of Mr. Yeddyurappa. And even the Sahitya Academy chairman of the time had said that the state of Karnataka is the most corrupt state. The Supreme Court had stated it on several occasions. Public at large know because half the cabinet was in jail, either on corruption charges or on other irregularities or on rape charges or other sexual misdemeanors. So half the cabinet was in jail, half the legislature party was watching porn in the legislative assembly. So people of Karnataka know what kind of a record the BJP has and the leadership of the BJP has, including Mr. Yeddyurappa. So there's no point in this, this acquittal. It doesn't take the matter further.
So you're saying that it doesn't get the mandate of the people as well from Karnataka after B.S. Yeddyurappa has said it's a resurrection for me politically as well now that I've been given a clean sheet?
No, there is no question of resurrection because, as you know, Mr. Yeddyurappa is going to attain the age of 75 in February of 2018. And in April of 2018 are the elections. So there's no question of Mr. Yeddyurappa becoming a chief minister again. He himself knows it. But these are all small consolation prizes which Modi Sarkar gives him from time to time. just to keep the show
But
going.
the BJP is busy tom-tomming and claiming that it's a clear vindication of their stand. They claim that it's now clear that there was a political conspiracy which was played by the Congress at that time against B.S. Yeddyurappa.
No, political conspiracy because, first of all, let me clear the air on that. If Mr. Yeddyurappa went to jail, it was thanks to the efforts of the Lokayukta. And who is the Lokayukta? Mr. Santosh Hegde, Justice Santosh Hegde. Who appointed the Lokayukta? It was Mr. Yeddyurappa as Deputy Chief Minister who appointed the Lokayukta. So how can he say that the Congress had any role in that? He has the extraordinary record of being the only Chief Minister of Karnataka to have gone into jail even while on his Chief Ministerial seat. Not this, besides him, half his cabinet have gone to jail. So this is something which is an outstanding record insofar as Karnataka is concerned. And the people of Karnataka would like to forget that record once and for all.
We've all seen the public spat also between Justice Santosh Hegde and B.S. Yeddyurappa at that point of time, Mr. Kalappa. But here is the point now that even as the CBI is going to appeal this case in a higher court, do you believe now there will be a free, fair and impartial trial?
No, the trial, see, what happens in the trial is the fundamental basis of the case. And if the CBI has already weakened that fundamental, the foundation, then naturally there is no hope in the future also. And everybody knows that the CBI has tried its best to help Yeddyurappa, not only Yeddyurappa, Amit Shah and 9 other BJP leaders. And this is
the argument comes back to you then, because it was the caged parrot analogy drawn by the Honorable Supreme Court in 2013 when the UPA was in power. So, well, whether CBI has much been politicized by whichever government is in center is also a bigger question. But right now what we're looking at is that there is a political victory claimed by the BJP. The Congress saying it's not so the case and it's not a time, and alleging that the prosecution, which has not been able to establish the guilt of the accused, has been because of intervention in the premier investigation body of the state. Thanks so much for joining us, Mr. Kalappa. Also, let's take a listen into what B.S. Yeddyurappa told media persons shortly before he was given the acquittal.
Today's order by the Honorable CBI Court comes to me as a relief. I am happy that the false allegations and politically motivated charges made against me have been dismissed. I always have faith in judiciary and I have not done any mistake. So today I got the relief, and I hope the order will be bringing new inspiration to lakhs of our workers to work hard to come back to power in future.
Prosecution has become unsuccessful in establishing the guilt of the accused, not only for offences which are made penal under the provisions of the Prevention of Corruption Act, but also under the provisions of the Indian Penal Code. By saying so, the learned judge has ordered the acquittal of all the accused persons in the case, while ordering that their bail bonds shall stand cancelled.
So here's where the case stands right now. Yeddyurappa and his 2 sons, a son-in-law and steel major JSW Steel, and 4 Bellary-based JSW affiliates were accused of a criminal conspiracy, cheating, forgery and corruption in a case related to payment of 40 crore in alleged bribe to Yeddyurappa's family and a family trust in 2010. A quid pro quo was cited that the bribe was paid to get favours from the then Chief Minister B.S. Yeddyurappa. 216 witnesses have been examined in the case. Yeddyurappa himself deposed before the court in May earlier, where he broke down as well in the court trying political conspiracy, where he was fired 400 odd questions, and now the special CBI court has acquitted him and his family members of all the charges. Interestingly, while observing, prosecution can't establish guilt of accused. This after CBI had filed a charge sheet in October 2012 accusing Yeddyurappa and 12 others of corruption after investigations that revealed that bribe was indeed taken. Now, this is what the stand has been from the defense, that it was a donation given to the trust which is allegedly owned by Yeddyurappa family members, and it wasn't a bribe. And the court, while observing prosecution cannot establish guilt of the accused, has given a clean chit to BSY and his family members. Getting some political reactions at this moment. Take a listen.
Well, I think you were not expecting anything else, because you know that the minute Yeddyurappa was made the BJP party president here, he was going to get all kinds of protection from the central government, and their presentation as the chief minister candidate for Karnataka. I'm sure the central government would have gone all out to see that he is given all kinds of protection. So anyway, let's look at the details of the court order. I've not yet been able to see exactly what they've said and what is the order in words. What are they saying about the charges? Because charges are very serious, and crores of rupees are taken for the trust from companies which are dealing with mining companies. It's very, very suspicious and very, very straightforward. But I think we all knew that the CBI is completely under the control of Modi and Shah.
It's absolutely shocking. It was more than apparent that it was an open and shut case. We have to wait for the judgment and see on what ground the acquittal has been given. Mr. Yeddyurappa has actually been claiming for some time now that he's been given a clean chit. The only thing that the court earlier had said was that the procedure followed for filing the case was incorrect. It did not say he was not guilty. So we will have to go through the judgment. As on today, my first reaction would be, I trust Justice Hegde a lot more than I trust the CBI.
In one breath, I can say truth has prevailed. You see, all along we have been contending that Mr. Yeddyurappa has never been involved in any kind of crime which is against the provisions of the Constitution or law which is prevailing in this country. It is any individual or any company is free to give donations to a charitable institution. In this case, actually, everything is on record.
My colleague Rohini is joining us on the story. So Rohini, a lot of political firefight already which has emanated after the special CBI court's decision. But let's focus also on the political fortunes that turned for B.S. Yeddyurappa. You've been tracking politics in Karnataka for a very long time now. You have 2011 where he steps down as the chief minister, 2012 where he makes exits from the BJP, then he comes back in the party, and April 2016 is elevated as the BJP president, all this while when there is a case pending against him of a Bellary mining scam.
Yes, they have. It has been a political move and an absolute victory for him today, because one is that there have been several cases of corruption against him, and he has managed to quash most of them, and he's been there are several that he was convicted on, but he has walked out free. But he has also spent his term in jail for corruption cases against him, but he did get bail against those. But the bigger picture being, as the chief minister of Karnataka and facing those charges, when he had to step down, he did so. But he's almost like he just told some of his confidants just now that he's risen like a phoenix. And that is exactly how Yeddyurappa looks at himself. One is that it's a huge political shot in the arm for Yeddyurappa as well as the BJP in the state. One is because 2018 is when Karnataka goes to elections again. The reason why Yeddyurappa was brought from the centre to the state was clearly because they wanted to consolidate the BJP votes in Karnataka, because the Congress government has been in power and they're planning to topple the government. And a person like Yeddyurappa, who's a mass leader and who can connect with the people, and that the BJP thought there was no other person who could do it as good as him, and that is why they brought him as a BJP state.
In spite of the legal baggage that Yeddyurappa brought to the party, the BJP stuck with him with 2018 in mind. Rohini, thanks for joining us on the story. This is the story which is just getting more exciting. Continue tracking that as the Congress is mounting a major offence against the BJP, now alleging that the centre has been interfering with the CBI, and that's why the prosecution has not been able to establish a watertight case against B.S. Yeddyurappa, leading to his clean chit. More on this after this break.